Hello, everyone. This is Keith, and you are listening to Thank God for the Group Chat. I would call this a special episode. I would call it a special episode because we don't have our regular players here today, but we've got some people that are here that I think are going to help me have a very, very intriguing conversation. So this is a treat for me, and hopefully it will be one for you. So today we have my man, Tobias DeWitt, aka what's your rap name again? I forgot.
It's TD Witt.
That's what I thought.
Basically my name still.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Say it again, cause you
it's TD Witt.
TEE DEWITT. An amazing, 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 amazing rapper. And I'm not saying this just because he's my friend. I would tell him if he was trash. I've retired many a friend.
You would tell me if I was trash.
But this dude is incredible. Well, more on you in a second. Also, Alana is here. Are we saying your last name? You're not an artist per se, but
I'm not an artist per se.
Are we saying your last name? Victoria doesn't like her last name being said.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just stick with Lana like Prince.
Well, tell me how your last name is supposed to go. I say Sipple, but is it?
It's exactly how it sounds or how it looks.
There I go. There I go.
See with it.
Got a whole film degree. Don't know nothing about light. Okay, so like we always do at this time, how you guys doing? What's new? What's on your hearts? What's on your minds?
I'm doing good. It's nice to meet you also. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. Blessed.
I'm good. Still quarantining. Being in the house. Not much different than my regular schedule, but
same.
I'm good. Healthy.
Nice.
Making it out here.
Nice. So, T, you had a competition of sorts, and you might not have been able to make the podcast, but you were somehow subsequently able to make the podcast due to you no longer performing.
Yeah.
What happened?
So I submitted for this contest to perform to open up for Road Wave, which I don't even really know how it was going to work throughout this whole quarantine thing. But I didn't get picked, so that means I got to be here. But I would rather have a conversation with you anyway. But yeah, I didn't get picked. But which is funny because the person who won, I can honestly say, I was like, oh, he deserved to win because I can be that person, like, you know, when like those artists who give their
good.
Yeah, I was like, yo, because he had the same style as the dude he was opening up for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it just made sense.
It made sense.
He wasn't a better rapper than you.
No, but but like when I heard him, I was like, oh, they would mirror each other just fine, and I wasn't even mad. I was just like, yeah. Everybody was sending me like, oh, you'll get him next time, but I was like, cool for him. I'm glad. Yeah, good. So
let me ask you this real quick. Why do you still do competitions?
So I'll be honest, I didn't really want to do it. I remember I got the message from my one of my best friends. You know him, Xavier.
Yes.
Side Effects Beats.
Yes.
And love him. That's my best friend. And
also another amazing, amazing artist. Him and Lon, y'all know who Lon is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to the podcast listeners. He is the real host of this show. I'm just subbing. But he's working on something with Lon right now, which I'm super excited about. I hope it turns into a whole project.
I heard some of it. It's fire, bro.
Is it really?
Yes.
Man, I hope they give you some of whatever they coming up with, honestly.
Man, I wanted to ask, but then I didn't want to be that person that's just like, yo, can I jump on that? But it's so cold. You would love it. But yeah, he basically hit me up with a message and was like, hey, like I woke up to the message like, hey, there's an opportunity to perform for this. And I was like, no. I literally said no, turned over, went back to sleep. And then I woke up And he sent me a message and was like, no excuses. And then that alone made me be like, okay, let's see if we can win. But yeah.
So your friends peer pressure you into doing contests?
Yeah, like, because since I moved back, I moved back to Atlanta. And when I was in Chattanooga, I wasn't doing contests, but I was doing shows and events like all the time. And since I've been back to Atlanta, I haven't done one. And
Time out. When I visited you, you live in Chattanooga?
yeah, I lived in Dalton, then I moved up to Chattanooga.
Okay, Dalton. I thought you had me drive out of state.
Mm-hmm. Almost. You was like this close to driving out of state.
What you say, Alana?
Out of state. That ain't really.
I mean, I thought because it was like a whole car of us drove up to CT because at the time he was, he had a medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
And like, honestly, we thought, like, if I could be honest now, it's an answer to prayer. I am. Well, Alana, I don't know, man. What's been going on with you? I know you gave us you said that you're doing okay. You said that you were in quarantine and all of that, but so are we all. We're all coping. But what are you doing? Well, I'm not in quarantine, actually. I've been working with people, dabbing people up. Like, nah, I ain't really been dabbing people up.
Living on the wild.
I've hugged maybe 2 people.
I recently got a COVID test. That was interesting.
The one with the nose?
So they made me do it on my own.
Huh?
Which
I heard about this.
Interesting concept because, people generally have issues inflicting pain on themselves. And so it's very interesting that they would assume that I'm able to do that. I mean, I was, but what about the person behind me? He just stick the swab up my nose and he watched me and then I would like stop and he'd be like, no, you have to go further. And I'd stop further until it was in my eyeball. And then you had to move it around for 5 seconds in each nostril and then you put it in the bag for him. He was literally like grabbing it with like this clip, like 10 feet away from my window. Very dramatic.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
He came to your house?
No. It was like a drive-through, like COVID test thing where you can pull up. But I thought they were going to put it in my nose on their own.
Guys, for context
sake. I ended up being a nurse. Huh?
For context sake, Alana and T are in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. We've been socially distancing and doing everything that we were told to do. So we haven't really been doing these tests.
Well,
so
my test is negative.
I know nothing of them. Huh?
My test was negative. I
did
get my
good. Hey, that's good.
We bless God. Insert praise music.
I'm not even gonna lie, I haven't been tested.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. I did because if I want to go into my office for anything, whether that's to drop off a laptop or pick up something, I have to have a negative test. So.
Yeah, they in our state, you're not allowed to pretty much drive outside of. You're not allowed to go anywhere outside of New York or Pennsylvania or Connecticut or like anything outside of New England, New York and New Jersey or Philadelphia. Everywhere else is like if you leave, you got to quarantine yourself for 2 weeks when you come back.
Is that a normal drive? All of those places? Are those places like as far as driving pretty close?
I go to Philly pretty frequently. Mm-hmm. I go to New York pretty frequently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Let's get into some topics.
Okay.
Wait, no, sorry. I got a word of the day, but now I don't really want to do it right now. I'll probably come back around and do it later.
Okay.
I want to get back into doing segments because we just been like rattling off topics and that's fine. But people like segments. They like knowing. They like coming
structure.
Into us. It's not that we don't have structure.
They like the dependability.
Huh?
Like they like to know that they know what's coming next.
Yeah, like these are. I know I'm going to get this when I come.
What I expect.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
People say they like surprises, but they don't.
They don't.
I do not say I like surprises. I tell people all the time I do not like them.
I tell people that too. I hate surprises.
I do too.
Real.
And people think I'm a terrible person because of it. But I'm like,
I usually guess what the surprise is and then act surprised because I usually am right about what it was. You know?
I'm just really aware of the fact that I actually don't normally like the surprises that I get. So I just want them to stop.
oh, wow.
Ask me, and then I'll tell you. Because I still like it. The sentiment is the same for me. You thought to do something for me. So let's do this together.
I feel like somebody who's like planning a surprise for you is going to be watching it and then they're going to be like, oh, like, I guess.
But I probably, if they think they should play me a surprise, they probably already have heard me say I don't like surprises. I kind of get ahead of it.
And so they probably not really your friend because people, I don't like when people just do whatever they want to do in your life. Like, I told you I don't like this.
That makes sense.
Like, come on, man. Well, like, now, you going to like it when I do it. I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm the exception.
Like you, and then you going
to be the anomaly.
Then you're gonna be mad. Then you're gonna be mad when you find out that you're not.
If you gonna, my thing is, if you're gonna stand out, just stand out organically. It'll just happen.
That's true.
You ain't gotta prove that you're gonna stand out.
That's true.
Watch this. I'm gonna be the one.
Right.
All these other men, they didn't know what they was doing. Well,
but it's me. It's me though.
Yes, and I'm asking you not to surprise me.
But it's me.
Right.
That was my line when I wanted to be special in somebody's life. I swear.
People, you'll be special to who you're supposed to be special to. You ain't got to do much to do it.
1,000%.
That was deep.
1,000%. Facts of life.
Facts of life.
Facts of life. So our word of the day is.
Word of the
I'm
day.
pausing because I don't know. I no longer know how to pronounce it. Vilipend, and we'll come back around to it. I'll tell you what it means later. I don't really care to tell you. Vilipend. Oh, did you look it up?
I'm not going to look it up.
Okay.
I was tempted to. I was about to grab my phone.
I mean, you can.
My phone the whole time.
Y'all can help me do this podcast. I really appreciate that.
I thought you already had it figured out. You knew the moment you wanted to surprise us with the definition.
I did, and then
keep that in there.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's gonna be like I don't know. I feel like he's gonna circle back to it.
I am
about something.
Vilipend, regard as worthless or of little value, despise. Vilipend is to hold or treat as of little worth or account. Contemn. How to use vilipend in a sentence? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We'll come back.
We need that.
Thought you. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. Watch this.
I'm not following.
Watch.
Vilipend.
Oh,
okay. He killed it. You got it, bro.
Vilipend. Vilipend. Do you know what that means? She got her own house. She got her own car. Okay.
I picked it up. I got it, bro.
Let's get into some topics. The NBA is back. Do we care?
Yes.
Why do we care?
Because we're basketball fans. But also, should it be back though?
That's the question.
No, it should not.
Nah, it shouldn't.
No, it should not.
It should not.
If college sports were taking a break, I think that should be the case across the board. Like, what's the difference?
The difference is school is out and ain't no college sports around this time. Well, I guess softball.
There's stuff that happens around this time. But I think the whole debate in any large setting, sports, school, all of that shouldn't be a debate.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, what are we talking about? It's not improving.
It's not.
It's worse. I don't understand that at the point of the beginning of this year when we shut all that down, it was there, and then now it's like there times two, and now we're trying to say.
I feel like a whole bunch of people in the NBA is going to get sick, and then they're going to be like, "I didn't know we couldn't do that." Like,
most people in the NBA are already sick.
Yeah,
true.
That's true too.
They were the reason why everything else shut down.
Yeah.
They were. Do you remember when that happened? The NBA shut down, and everybody else was like, "Oh."
I guess we should stop.
Yeah, it's been weird. So, Wasn't that dude like touching everybody and pretending?
He was Rudy Gobert. And he was like on his deathbed.
You touched him.
He almost died.
Your love language is touch.
Nah. I don't even like hugging people, so I would have probably been the only one in the NBA to be like, nope, I'm good.
Fam, I have not touched a person in literally months.
It's serious out here.
And I do not feel like I miss it because, like, dang, it's something that I can't have. So I miss it in that sense, but it's not a necessity for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are some people that like are going crazy because of it.
I feel it. I had to realize it was probably like the end of May, so it had been maybe 2 months since I had gotten a hug, and I was like, I think I should care.
Mm-hmm. But
Something
you don't?
tells me because I do understand the significance of touch, even for people like us who don't necessarily feel like we need it as often as others. But there is a significance to it. So I was like, what's the threshold? What's my limit? Is it 4 months?
My thing is, what's wrong with me?
That you don't need to be
that
hugged?
I don't. Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with us. I think it's other things that we need.
What do I need?
Mm-hmm.
I've been content. I've been more than content with. Well, that's my thing. I've been cheating. I haven't really been quarantining. I got laid off from my job in April because of COVID-19. And you know me, I'm a go-getter. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm going to get a job and I'll be an essential worker until this stuff is over. And immediately I was thrust back into the workforce and I was working with people and had human interaction ever since April 1st. You know what I mean? So and then I do this, you know what I mean? And then this as in the podcast. And then I've noticed I've just started FaceTiming people more.
Maybe that's what you need then.
Yeah.
Just the actual interaction, but it doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah, you ain't got to touch me.
Yeah, you ain't got to touch me.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Especially if I don't know you. Some people just want to be hugged, and no.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hug me.
Like, I've never been, you know, those memes about like, if you're that guy that's like, where's my hug at? That means you like the one that doesn't get the hug. I've never been that guy. And I don't think that has anything to do with my looks or anything like that. I just never care for hugs anyway. So I'm just like, I'm good.
Okay. You're not the where's my hug guy.
Well, as I've gotten older, I have noticed. So I'm still the girl who doesn't really need hugs. But I think in romantic situations, then that changes. Like your expectations or what you feel like you need can shift. So I think that in that case, I appreciate touch a lot more. But just in general, like with friends and family, they got to ask me for a hug.
And this is why I'm single. Like, even in a relationship, I'd be like,
you still don't
Me too. Me too, bro. I'd be like, yo.
So you're not holding hands?
No.
Walking down the street, y'all look like homies all the time.
All the time.
What's up, homie? Dap.
But that's a whole.
Yeah,
we'll talk. That's a whole different podcast. We'll talk about it. So LeBron, the NBA is back. No, we agree. The general consensus, it's a unanimous decision. The NBA should not be back. I will say this: I was at work today, and I saw that the hoops were back. So in all of Jersey, they took down all of the rims. I don't know if they did that in Atlanta.
Okay. I didn't notice. I don't live by. I've been paying attention to the park by my house.
Yeah, they took them all down up here, and so they're back. They're back. I guess they figured, well, LeBron playing. I guess y'all can go outside and play too. So they're back, and so now the NBA is back. But we know that there has been a lot of stuff going on that involves BLM, Black Lives Matter, and things of that nature. And so rightfully so, the NBA, which is like 99.9% black, I'm using hyperbole, but not much, is, it's a lot of they're black. And so naturally they should care. And naturally they matter. They matter in the NBA, definitely. The NBA cannot say that Black lives don't matter. So they've been taking stands, and they've allowed, quote unquote, allowed players to choose certain statements that they want to put on their back. So it's kind of like a creative player, like, yo, what's your last name going to be if you want to choose one? Or we could just, you know what I mean? Like, but you have to choose within this parameter of list from the list that we give you. And LeBron James said, nah, I'm cool. That's not how I'm going to choose to protest and all of that. How do y'all feel about that? Why do you think he made that decision?
Did he state something in place of that? Because I didn't follow this particular story.
Me neither.
Not much. He just said the general...
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the general idea was... the general idea or the general, like, this ominous... There's this ominous thing happening, like, where LeBron is going to do something.
Right.
But he's like, I'm not doing that.
Right. I mean, he just recently spoke out in general in I think a meeting or a conference. And I think, he would be due to things like that. And I think we can definitely expect him to do something. Mm-hmm. I am shocked, not really shocked, but kind of, just taken aback that he decided not to do that. But I can agree that I look forward to something. He's going to do something.
You know what I think he wanted? He probably wanted more than an athlete on the back of his jersey. And they were like, nah.
Oh, you think they didn't agree to what he originally wanted?
I guess. So also the idea is LeBron is a leader in the NBA. And even like in the statement that he made, he was like, as one of the leaders in the NBA. It's like, I guess he's upset that they didn't consult him about it.
Mm.
That's an interesting.
Do you think they should have consulted him?
No.
I think LeBron thinks that they should have consulted.
Are they sitting down, Steph? And like, what?
No,
what did he say?
Yeah.
You're a leader in the NBA, but you're a player.
You're a player.
Not an owner.
Yeah.
You are a player.
Player.
That's like teacher of the year wanting to be in the administration meeting. You're not an administrator. You're just a really great teacher.
But I guess that's the thing. I think he knew what he wanted. Here's why, right? Here's why. I want to be included. Well, T, go ahead, because I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just that simple fact that he was basically saying it like, oh, you guys got to come to me before you make a decision like this. That's why I was just a little baffled. That's why I was trying to get more clarity.
I don't get that.
Well, my thing is, I'm not the one who thinks this, but that's an idea that's floating around in that NBA circle. That's probably why he didn't want a name or a different, like, a statement on his back, and he's just going with James on his back. My thing is, it's probably I am one of the leaders in the NBA, and I am the most outspoken player in the NBA, and I'm the most influential player in the NBA. And y'all did not come to me about this. Y'all came to Chris Paul about this. But then again, Chris Paul is the president of the National Basketball Players Association. And so,
so you saying
I guess he's like
he should have been a part of the conversation.
I think that's, that might be the thing. I should be a part of this conversation. Also, y'all know the amount of money that jersey would have brought to y'all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let me say this. So I will say that I would not have been shocked if they invited him to the conversation. I would understand the logic behind that, but I also don't think that it is required for him. It shouldn't be expected, if that makes sense. But I understand if they were like, oh, look, we should have LeBron here. That's cool.
Also, here's now that you said that about the money, where's that money going?
And maybe that might be another reason. We can only pontificate, but I can agree with that. I think it's like, and that was one of my thoughts. Is like, where's the money going? Like, all these proceeds should be going to Black Lives Matter or whomever or whatever, something that would help whatever plight we are in right now, whatever you want to call it. And just like, well, what are y'all doing with these new jerseys that come out? Well, I don't, they basketball jerseys. So, you know what I mean? We gonna put them back in the NBA.
Yeah.
And I guess he was like, nah. And that would make the most sense. I agree with that.
Yeah, if that's the case, I would be that too. Like, you're not gonna profit off of like our turmoil. No. So
right.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Y'all got to do more than just say, this is what we're allowing y'all to protest with. Here's the thing, people. If people are giving you permission to protest a certain way, it's not a protest.
Because you're still bridling what I can say.
Right.
Go out there with no expletives on the back of their shirt and say no any lines that are in any way controversial.
F the police.
Say F the police, F the pigs. None of that. That ain't gonna be on nobody's nothing. At all.
It's like
everything gonna be real safe.
Jimmy Butler was like, "Oh man." Yeah. I'm just naming a random basketball player.
Right.
I know somebody was upset. Pat Beverly.
That's what they thought of.
Yeah. Like, we know this. We know this. We know this Negro gonna come out here.
I know that's what you want.
We thought we had a problem with the do-rags.
Can y'all imagine if Iverson was playing during this time?
That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
That's who I was just thinking about. That's who I was just thinking about, because he for sure would have shook some stuff up.
Yeah, he would have.
For sure.
He is a product of, let me not say product. He has been subject to I don't want to say police brutality, because that's not it, but racial profiling and wrongful, allegedly wrongful imprisonment and stuff like that. He doesn't talk about it, but that's as far as he'll go with it, to say that I've been subject to this and I've been prey to this, but he has been, and that's a little known fact to a lot of people. Allen Iverson almost spent his prime in the better part of his years in prison.
Jesus.
That's crazy. The fact that he doesn't even go out here and try to be like that person that's like, this happened to me. He just wears it he's just takes it on the chin.
He does.
And to me, that's, I didn't want to go down this road, but to me, that's kind of like a knock in my head to him. Like, that's kind of like a point taken away from him. I'm like, man, you gotta be more vocal about
what you've experienced.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we all know that Allen Iverson isn't the best speaker, and we all know that Allen Iverson. And I've heard worse speakers than Allen Iverson, and I think he's gotten way better over the years, honestly. I've grown to like hearing him talk, but there was a point in time where I'm like, man, I can't listen to this dude.
Not articulate enough. He makes better statements without words.
Because he always crying.
Yeah.
He a passionate dude.
He cannot talk for long periods of time because he'll start crying.
It's emotional.
Yes.
Emotional.
Look at you. Emotional.
Lord, he about to go and get him.
So, players are also sneaking women into the bubble that they're in. Are we surprised by this?
No.
That's news.
No. It's news. The NBA is like, what are y'all
alone?
No, it's not news.
Lou Williams snuck out of the bubble.
I'll just come to you.
Like, this whole thing should just...
This is gonna be
I'll come to you.
Don't worry about it.
He went to Magic City.
Okay.
Of all places.
Magic City's open right now?
Apparently so.
Very much open.
Oh man, that shows how much I'm...
In New York, they doing drive-by strip clubs.
Really? How does that... do you just throw...
Bro, I don't know. You put the car in neutral.
Yo.
And roll by like the car wash.
They pushing you. All right, move it along.
On the track.
She said like a car wash. So when she said that, never mind. I'm not even gonna say where my visual went.
Wait, you want the premium or the regular?
What you want at the window?
What you want? Platinum? What scent you want? What scent you want in here?
How they gonna eat they hot wings?
On the
order
go.
them before you go.
Oh yeah.
I eat them in the car. You gotta order them when you order your stripper set.
You order. You know how like now you gotta call in places before you go to get you call in your stripper set.
What experience you want?
What experience do you want?
Which one? We'll play in Magic City. Which one?
I have no clue how strip clubs work, let alone how a drive-by strip club would work. So
I got to see pictures because I don't get it.
But no, they sneaking women in. They don't like the food that's there. Like just don't. But LeBron, cats, this all started because of LeBron. And I guess, again, that goes back to point number one is if he knows that he's this influential for them to restart the season for him and because of him, because mad players said, if LeBron not playing, we not playing. And if LeBron plays, we going to play. That's him. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's a lot of power to have.
Tighten up.
I saw Alana post a picture of Kobe, and I was like, "This is poignant," because I wanted to talk about: is it possible now to watch a Kobe Bryant-less NBA? Like, it's one thing that I just got over the dude retiring.
No, literally, still was healing from that.
Yeah,
for real. Like, wasn't even like as president, like watching the NBA as I had used to be.
It's
right.
It's crazy. That's your favorite player, ain't it, Keith?
Oh man, yeah.
It's my friend Keith. My friend Chris's favorite player too. So at work, like that whole week, he came every day. He dressed up like he was supposed to, but he had on some Kobe's every day.
Every day.
Yeah, like he had his like dress stuff up on, tie, but them had them Kobe's. Nobody said nothing.
He's always been my favorite player. Always.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant's your favorite player?
Mm-hmm. He is.
I thought it was Allen Iverson.
I love Allen Iverson. I know that's why you said that. I do love Allen Iverson, but Kobe's my favorite player. I think I love what Allen brought to the game and how he changed the game.
Makes sense.
I have a lot of respect for Allen Iverson, but I think as a player, like on the court and even off the court, but on the court, it's Kobe Bryant for sure.
Yeah,
and always has been. I was debating for Kobe since middle school.
Yeah, I was much later. I was much later in the game. Well, probably around the same time because I'm a little older than you. So maybe around that time I started advocating for Kobe Bryant because I just started seeing how skillful he was. Like you play the game of basketball, if you play the game of basketball, that's why I don't talk to people about I don't talk to people about R&B that don't know nothing about R&B. I don't talk to people about rap that don't know nothing about rap. I'm like, I'm having an argument about R&B with someone, and I realize I'm like, wait, hold on. What is the name of the four members of Boyz II Men?
But they're also
if you don't know, I'm not talking to you.
Exactly. That's like the conversation you had about Monica and Brandy. And I was just like, I mean, to some extent, you just got to expect that the general consensus is that they love Monica. And you know why? Because she's just easier. She makes more sense. Her concepts aren't complicated.
My theory with all of that, this is so off topic, but my theory with all of that is if you have bad taste in movies, then I don't trust your taste in music. That's always been my theory.
Why?
How does that correlate?
Because like let's say I'm talking to somebody and I'm explaining why I love this particular album. Usually, like they'll lead off with, "Oh, I love some movie I know is trash," and I'm just like, "Oh, that makes sense why you don't get this album." And I don't. It's so far it's never failed. Like I've never heard like
worked out for you so far.
It's really worked out. Like I'll be like, "Oh, I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind," and somebody's like, "Oh, I don't get it," but that new Pump, and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." So
you're correlating their musical taste with their film taste because you feel as though the complexity, like the complexity of the Spotless. I'm going to jack up the title. You feel like movies like that are more complex, and you feel like if they start naming like really simplistic movies, you start understanding that their palette for art, period, is just trash.
Sometimes, so like, take me and you. We have similar tastes in movies.
Yeah.
And then you probably like never knew that I did that, but we have similar tastes in movies, but we also have similar tastes in music.
Yeah.
And so it's
because we love art, T.
Yeah. And
we love art. That's the thing.
And so, you know, like I have my moments where I might just, you know, the big dumb explosion movie. I have my moments with that. But then if somebody is just like, yo, this movie, like if it's like really a good movie, the way it was written, the cinematography, the score, and I'm just like, yo, that was a beautiful film. And somebody's like, that was trash. They usually don't go that deep into like why a Brandy song is really good. And so
I think I can relate because with soundtracks to movies, not necessarily like with movies too, but I've been over time to soundtracks to movies, like because I can sit there and be like, not only is this movie great or classic, I love the soundtrack, and then people are like, the soundtrack. I'm like, you haven't heard?
The music marries the scene, and you're like,
the soundtrack?
See? Yeah.
That means nothing to you. Okay.
Music, yeah.
But don't get me started on Brandy versus Monica. It's not a comparison, and it's only a comparison because they did those two songs together, and they did that very famous song together, and then they think that they're comparable. Monica is a great singer. Monica is a great singer.
She is.
Monica can really sing.
She sure can.
But Brandy is an alien.
Hello.
Brandy is not from this world vocally.
Exactly.
Period. And so the same, so the same is true with Kobe Bryant. I'm trying to track it back. Same is true with Kobe Bryant, man. I think like there was a question posed that I saw, and Kendrick Perkins spoke up to it, and he was like, yo, it's Kobe Bryant, and don't ever bring this question up again. They asked who was the most skillful player, talent aside, who was the most skillful player of all time. I'm like, this is a perfect question because it is Kobe being Bryant. And Kendrick Perkins got it right, and his statement thereafter was perfectly correct. Don't ever bring this up again. But then again, it's like, bring this up because it's not, that doesn't get talked about enough. How immensely skillful he was. And I saw people in the comments, which is why I don't read the comments because people are dumb.
He's a smart player.
They were saying like, but that, you know what I mean? Even that, you know, and I know you'll agree with this, even that skill, you know what I mean? And he was like the comments were like, I just think he was a hard worker. Stupid. That's what hard work gives you. Skills. Stupid. Yes. I just think he was the best hard worker. I'm like, that's
a way to minimize what I'm saying.
Statements like that make me mad.
It's just a redundant way of saying what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate those moments. I've had arguments like that.
He ain't skilled. He's just hardworking.
Like, shut up.
I'm repetitious. I do the same thing over and over and over again 1,000,000 times, and that's what gives you skill. Kobe Bryant is. I always say this. Michael Jordan is a sheer. He's the greatest scorer of all time. Like just innate ability to score and get you a bucket. LeBron is the most God-given. Has the most God-given ability.
Yeah,
we talking about strength. We talking about height. We talking about speed. That's God-given ability. You can't teach that.
Yeah,
Kobe Bryant is the most skilled basketball player ever. Post moves, footwork, whatever it may be. Here's the other thing that I started watching.
Yeah,
posthumously, as far as like Kobe is concerned, everybody talks about Allen Iverson in that crossover. Kobe Bryant was doing it the same year Allen Iverson was doing it.
What do they talk about that for? What's the purpose of bringing that up?
Huh?
What do they bring
people's ankles? Because
they talk about Allen Iverson in that crossover, but they don't bring up Kobe using it. But here's why. Because Kobe's skill level. Kobe was so skillful, he didn't have to whip it out like that. But he did.
And to piggyback off of what you said about skill, it kind of just reminds me of like that's what I say even in job interviews. Like I always say, like, hey, if you hire me, I might not be the best worker at first. I was like, but give me time and I will continuously work until I am. And I'll be honest, it has never felt like I've true story. I remember my very first job, I was awful. And it was like at this wing place. And then, but I would do everything that nobody else wanted to do. Yeah. I would stay late. I would do all kinds of stuff. I even worked my way up to manager. And I remember, the owner would always say stuff like, "Oh, I need to hire more people like Tobias, people that suck at first." And I was just like, "What?" But the point was, like, I worked until I garnered the skills that I needed to actually be able to do the job. And like, you know, when I was at T-Mobile, I was the top employee, but at first I was awful. But hard work merits skills, and to think that knocks somebody just because somebody like is born with a certain talent, I'll take the person that's working harder any day.
We're back, but I want you guys to answer the question. I know we got on a tangent, and we've been going on great tangents. I love it. But can you watch a Kobe Bryant list NBA? Like knowing that he's not, like, you're not going to see him at any games. He's not like coming out. He's not doing any celebrity or anything. Like, are we able to do it?
As someone who legitimately stopped watching basketball when he retired, I think I can, because I was, like I said, I was like right at the place where I was like, okay, I do want to start watching NBA again. Because I was hearing people mention these new players. I'm like, who's that? And they're like, you don't know him? I'm like, who is that? He's like 18. No, I don't know him. Who is that? But
name one.
Huh?
Name one. Who?
I don't know their names. Some guy just
still you.
He's light skinned and he's dating Winnie Harlow or somebody. Who's that? What's his cousin? I don't know. I don't know who the boy is.
I think Zach LaVine. I can't keep up either. I can't keep up with these dudes.
Where I was ready to start like intentionally investing in the NBA again, and so I think I had already wrapped my head around a Kobe-less NBA. So I think I still intend to watch.
Yeah, I think we can. I think it's kind of like almost in a way paying homage to him, I feel like.
No, the world can, but can you? I mean, you personally.
Me, I feel I'm sorry, but I feel like watching NBA now in general is going to just be annoying. I feel like it's just going to be a whole bunch of squeaking noises and nobody.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with that. That is like weird.
I watched a soccer match. I don't even really watch soccer, but I've been watching like UFC fights and soccer matches, and it's so weird to see stuff with no audience, and I'm just like,
soccer is known for the audience.
Yeah, they've been putting like,
yes, it's dead.
They've been putting applause in the stadium.
Not the 90s sitcom claps.
Yeah, man, we be tracking. I was definitely thinking that. Speaking about tracking, here's someone who is not tracking. Kanye West has. We cannot track with this dude. I don't know what is going on with Kanye. T, I know you're a Kanye West fan.
Yes, I am.
Please tell us, and please, if you can, interpret what this man is speaking about.
I can't.
So there was a rally.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is running for president, but he's not running for president. He's not on anybody's ballot. Mm-hmm. Y'all will have to write him in. Okay, that's how bad he's not on it. Like, you can write him in, like you can write Keith Robertson in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. For yourself, yeah.
So tell us what he said. Tell us what he's going through, and please, if you can, cape for this man.
So Kanye's going through it. I am a big Kanye fan. He's one of the reasons I started doing music. Me and him have the same birthday. I found that out after being a fan for a while. And so he was the first concert I ever went to. I'm a big Kanye fan. And I can't even lie, he's been doing stuff where I like I can't even justify none of the stuff he's doing. Like, and it's crazy. Like when he said that thing about Harriet Tubman, you know,
what did he say about Harriet Tubman?
He said that she didn't really free black people. She just set us up to work for other white people.
Which she did.
So she did. But then it's kind of like, it's like Kanye is, it's like context, Kanye.
It's context and it's context and it's finish your thought. Have a full, complete thought.
Yes.
She didn't really free the slaves. She just set them up to work for other white people. You leaving out the fact that they were being paid. Where once they were in chains and they were shackled up and they were owned by someone. Now they are free-ish as we kind of are today, and they're being paid for their labor. White people that did not agree with enslavement of people.
But y'all gonna judge me. But
finish it, Kanye.
The thing that made me be done with Kanye wasn't even all of that. It was the post you did when Keith when he had
think about this man.
When he was like, when he was supposed to do, when he had Chappelle there, he was like, Chappelle, make us laugh. And I was like, that was so corny. I'm done. That was the thing that
he said people give disingenuous smiles in pictures. He was like, say something funny so we can have a real smile.
I hated that. Like, it's kind of like, it's like if I'm prepared to like, it's like if I go somewhere and somebody's like, oh, like if you sing, I wouldn't just be like, hey, you sing right now. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
But people do stuff like that all the time. All the time.
For whatever reason, it annoys me, man. Like,
and they do it in front of people you don't know.
Dance from
this is like a normal thing.
Right.
You never asked me to sing. Why you ask me to sing right now?
Right.
Why?
So,
I'm trying to impress my friends.
Yeah, so
look, he's saying, look at him, look what, go ahead.
Like I'm not your child, and I'm not 8 years old.
Exactly.
So when he did that to Chappelle, I was done.
That was the last straw for you.
That was it. Yeah,
what a weird straw.
I actually talked to somebody about this earlier this week because they asked me my perspective, and I think conceptually, Kanye isn't always saying the wrong thing. He says it often the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the issue is he doesn't finish thoughts. Another part of it is even some finished thoughts are just filtered wrong. And so he, to me, that's not an excuse because he has too many resources at his disposal to help him propose ideas better. But I think also the context of like what was happening at that time is important to remember. They were leaving from slavery, like you said, to working then for pay. But then also there's the mental holds on them that they had to get loose. The reason why still to this day in 2020, it's still such a big deal for Black people to own a business and be your own boss and, you know what I'm saying, get out on your own, step out on faith, do it yourself, is because that's still kind of this new concept for us. We're still learning that, one, that's possible, and two, that like exactly how that's possible for us. Because we weren't given the same tools to know that we had that type of freedom. So our freedom has progressed mentally and then translated into what we do physically. But then even that process has taken time. Because sometimes somebody can be telling you you're free, but you don't live or act like you're free until, you actually grab hold of that. So the idea of being your own boss or being an entrepreneur, when you're freshly a freed slave, it's darn near intangible to even conceive.
And so
it's called post-traumatic slave syndrome.
It is. I was just gonna agree with what she was saying. Yeah. And also to say, I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but I feel like what's gonna happen, because what you're saying, what she was saying right now, kind of piggyback off of something Kanye said like 2-3 years ago when he was talking about like, hey, we're still enslaved, and people were like, what are you talking about? And so then I feel like that's kind of what he meant, was what she was saying. So I part of me feels like he does need to finish his thoughts, but I feel like 50, 60, 70 years from now, when he's like gone, somebody's going to probably piece together all the stuff he was saying, and people are going to be like, yo, Kanye was a genius.
Everybody can freestyle speeches. He has proven time and time again, he cannot freestyle speeches. You are not Barack Obama. Write what you want to say down and let him speak.
I think I agree. I think that some of it, like, here's my thing. Mm-hmm. Words mean what they mean. Words are important because they mean things. And Absolutely. that is how you ultimately communicate. So there's only so much benefit of the doubt that I can give you when you're not saying the right things. And there's so many times I'm like, I knew where he was going with that. Oh, he just got cut off here. Oh man, he didn't mean it like that. He meant it like that. Like, how much more and how much of it is, no, this is a wrong thought and you're wrong about this because of the spaces that you have been for the past almost 20 years. And like, I guess the disconnect, because there has been a disconnect from the time he was 26 on up. You know what I mean? 26 was when he dropped College Dropout. One of my favorite albums. One of the most complete albums, I believe. I honestly stopped being a Kanye fan after that. But that's neither here nor there. I just love, you know what I mean? Old Kanye is like truly old Kanye to me.
Wait, you didn't like 808s?
I actually am going to revisit that.
I have to too. I like it when it first came out.
I do plan on revisiting it because this was in my I don't listen to secular music stage when it came out.
Okay.
When it came out, and I was like, I'm not, but I did download Love Lockdown because I was like, that's my jam.
Oh, Love Lockdown is fine.
And I ain't gonna let my cult church find out that I'm listening to it, and so I gotta revisit it. But like, I don't know how much bail we should shoot this guy, like, because when you've said what you said, you've said what you've said, and once it's out there, is out there, and we can't go off of like what you meant was. At the end of the day, you meant what you allowed to be said.
Yeah, how much of it is just us justifying?
Exactly. He's like, make America great again.
Yeah.
I'm wearing his hat because I believe that Donald Trump should be the president.
Yeah, they tried to cover for him and he was like, no, I don't need that. That's what I meant.
That's my boy. I be kicking it with Trump.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh,
they're both billionaires.
Exactly.
They're both billionaires. Kanye is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I think a lot of people forget that. And when he get on, he'll leave your ass for a white girl. Like, Kanye is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh, yeah. That's true. My bad. I'm sorry. A light bulb just went off as you said it.
Mm-hmm. I never forget about that.
I did.
Did he even mean that though? Do you think he meant that do you think that he knew he was talking about himself?
No,
I don't think he did.
No,
I don't think he did. That's crazy.
I don't justify anything for Kanye. I think a lot of what he's done and said has been trash. I also think, but I do also know that a lot of it. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Two separate statements. Kanye has mental health issues.
He does.
Period.
Yes.
Kanye also is not sticking to where he came from and what he had known at one point.
Right.
And he is speaking from a space that is dismissive
and
of what he has known, misogynistic and all the other things.
Privileged. Like it's the umbrella of all that you're saying. He's speaking from a very privileged position. This man gets paid $187 million a year. Kanye is a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Like that 1 billion that he reported, like he's a billion. He's got way more than that. Those Yeezys, you think, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It changes a person.
It's true.
Or it makes or and I would err on this side, it magnifies who you really are.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
I agree
That's what I think.
I agree with that more because that was not the story for Jay-Z.
I was just going to say, because I was just going to ask, who do y'all think is a billionaire who still seems like they have their core essential?
Even Beyonce, I'd say. I'm
a Beehive
beaten
person.
up by the Beehive, and I've gotten beaten up by just people who love Beyonce. I like Beyonce. I think she's one of the greatest performers to ever live. Mm-hmm. I am not a Beehive member, and I think she has great business savvy. because she uses her resources well, but I don't think she's very smart. Okay, I said it. So, boom. But, and what I mean by that is this. I don't think she's dumb, but I think that I couldn't see myself enjoying a conversation with her.
Beyonce didn't finish high school.
Huh?
Beyonce didn't finish high school.
Yeah, I don't mean like Beyonce can't read and write. So let me clear that up. But what I mean is she wouldn't be on my list of people that, what famous person would you want to sit down and have an intellectual conversation?
I don't want to, I'm not saying that you're doing this, but I don't want to bash anybody, but, or slander anyone, but someone said that they met her and they said it's pretty much like, they kind of like shut her down, take the batteries out and put her in the closet. It's like kind of like that. Yeah.
I couldn't feel the robotic vibes from TV.
Go ahead, T.
Oh, I was just going to say, I will say, what you're saying is how, again, going back to movies, when they were talking about her being in Black Panther 2, I remember that essential thought did cross my mind. I was like, I don't want to see Beyonce being Beyonce in a movie. Like, she's not going to be acting. She's going to be, that's Beyonce.
Fam, you ain't think she did good in Cadillac Records?
Everybody tries to bring that one up. When you talk about Beyonce's acting, everybody brings up that is her best movie.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. That's what I said. Or was it Dreamgirls? She did better. You think she did better in Dreamgirls than Cadillac?
I haven't seen Dreamgirls in a long time, but I saw Cadillac Records a couple months ago, and I've seen worse acting from Michael B. Jordan.
You didn't say a word.
People be crapping on Michael B. But
Michael B. Jordan cannot act.
Yeah, like my friend Flo, my friend Jay Flo.
And he from Jersey. I love him because he's from Jersey.
He'd be like, name a movie where he did dialogue. I'll wait.
Michael B. Jordan gonna be Michael B. Jordan in every movie. Beyonce gonna be Beyonce, and Ice Cube gonna be Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Ice Cube. Ice Cube is the best actor out of them all.
When I step out this trailer, you gonna get what you gonna. I'm gonna say what you wrote. I'm gonna say it,
but I'm gonna be me being it. Yeah.
He was acting his behind off.
Been Oscar Grant in every movie since he been Oscar Grant.
What was he acting his behind off in Anaconda? Was that what you were gonna say?
No, are we there yet?
Are we there? What was that movie recently? Was it School Fight or something like that?
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch that, and I don't plan on watching that.
That's when Ice Cube. He is the same person.
Yeah, he's Ice Cube. But I don't know. Are we there yet?
That was a funny movie. Oh yeah, he was like a dad.
Yeah,
but like he's a dad in real life. But in that movie, he was like a regular.
He was a stepdad.
Dad Ice Cube.
Oh yeah. He was acting in that movie because I can't imagine him being.
Oh
man.
Those three.
Nia Long was in that movie. Have y'all finished Fatal Affairs?
Oh God.
No,
I watch it to go to sleep.
No, is that it puts you to sleep?
Yeah. I watch it to go to sleep. I haven't finished
it.
When I saw the clip of them talking on the phone with the phone upside down, that's why I was like, I'm not watching it.
Okay, so somebody today said Nia can't act anymore, and I said, you know what? I don't think it was their acting.
No, it was a good movie acting wise.
It was a written script, and the buildup was too fast. It was too typical. I could have wrote it the night I watched it and gave it to him, and it could have been the exact same.
They're not saying what it is.
What is it?
It's a money grab.
Oh, yeah. We're just doing something to do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that I really care that my phone is upside down? I don't care about this movie, bro.
This ain't Best Man Holiday.
Yeah. First of all, people hold that movie in such high esteem.
Oh my God! Because when she died and he cried.
Fam, I started rolling in that theater when she died.
You started laughing when she cried?
Yes, because everybody said that I was going to be. Everyone said that I was going to be super sad and crying when that happened, and I was like, "This isn't good enough for me to believe this."
You know, at the burial,
man. I ain't gonna lie, I got emotional in that movie. The black movie that I laugh at that everybody gets so sad about is that For Colored Girls Only movie. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't know. For Color Girls is sad.
Oh yeah,
I will never watch.
The movie I never got sad at was Hardball. When G Baby died. I was not moved when G Baby died.
I watched Hardball back in 2016, and I literally sat there and cried my eyes.
Hardball's out. Good, yo.
And, ran it back like, oh my gosh, this cry is this is an amazing cry.
I cried when Lil Saint died.
I didn't cry when Lil Saint died.
And Omarion did his dance tribute.
I didn't cry when Lil Saint died. I
definitely did. I died when what was Queen Latifah's character name and Set It Off? That was terrible to watch.
You made
That's Love and Basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna say
what? She gonna die to that. She gonna die to that today.
And then when he got shot. No. That's when.
What else?
Mark said.
She died. She died.
Yo, you hit that.
I hate that song.
You hate that woman's work?
Do you like the original one?
Who made the original?
Kate Bush.
Isn't it like a country song? Oh no,
it's actually a European song.
That's how I can't
Time out. You know daggone well I don't know the original song. Like you only said that to bring up the fact that you knew the song.
You know an original song.
No. Right. No, like okay. the original song is a totally different vibe. So I didn't like. I thought y'all might know it's a cover.
I didn't know the original song. I did know that Max.
Breaking news, rest of the world. Maxwell did not.
Kate Bush is like a well-known European artist that nobody listens to over here.
Speaking of well-known artists, DMX and Snoop Dogg did a verses together.
That warmed my soul.
That was dope.
What do y'all think? What are your thoughts on before we get into the battle, what are your thoughts of it? Them just versus one another. Don't go into don't go into the battle just yet. Just
the concept
the concept of them being matched together.
I loved it.
I thought it off like surface level stuff. I didn't think it was like who actually should we put up against Snoop Dogg, like in depth, like comparing catalogs and stuff like that. I think it was just like, oh, they both call themselves dogs and
right.
Yeah.
Snoop and DMX.
Yeah, they're both iconic.
They are.
They're both dogs.
Fun fact.
Love dogs.
Fun fact. That was my first time hearing. They are. And fun fact, that's my first time hearing the explicit version of a lot of those songs. I was like, oh, it's like what a bark gonna give to a wolf, but they actually say other words. Like as a kid, you grow up listening to the radio.
Yeah, you don't know.
Speaking of which, I knew that, and we're about to get into the battle itself. So let me get this out the way first. I knew that they were going to do Where the Hood At, because that's one of DMX's bigger songs, right? I said, I wonder how this super how this super homosexual hating verse is going to come across.
Music was so problematic back then.
I was like,
music was so problematic. The fact that he kept calling the women bees, I was like, somebody tap DMX and tell him this ain't 99.
Yeah, I was sitting here. I literally I watched it today. I was like, yo, this did not age well, DMX.
You said, where my ladies at, DMX? Yeah, where my bees at?
He did. I was like, come on, man.
That is Mike.
Damn. He that came on. I love the song, but like even when I was a kid, because there were certain songs I would listen to in the morning before school. Like when I was around 14, I would record songs off of TV and like have them in like my little cassette. Yeah, I had a cassette player.
I did too.
But I would I would take it to school. It was Avant. It was Avant.
Read your mind.
Don't take your love away. That song. Don't take your love. Don't take your love away. That song.
Fire.
It was.
You got a new song.
It was fire.
It was All Right by Freeway. It was some Kirk Franklin song. Some like it was like how my playlists are now, like a hodgepodge of Christian music and R&B and whatever else. Rap, like this is what I wanted to do. Drew Hill and all that, right? Where the Hood At was in that list, right? So I knew that first verse like the back of my hand.
Oh,
and it's like the whole first verse, bruh. This dude is going in.
It's wild.
Like I said, is he going to play this? He could play the second and the third verse, but he should probably skip this verse in 2020. Nope,
he did not care. He did not care. I was doing like a home workout. I was doing a home workout when I was like watching it and listening to it, and then I literally like I didn't remember the verses. So then like when I was starting to hear some of the stuff he was saying, I stopped and was looking at the TV like, okay, DMX, all right. You do not care.
He said, even if we squash the beef, I ain't touching your hand.
Yeah. I was like, dude.
He said,
it's problematic.
How you going to explain? I can't even say the things DMX said.
He said a lot.
I'll get canceled. I ain't even on.
And you ain't even famous.
I don't think DMX care about being canceled at this point.
You can't cancel DMX. You can't kill someone that don't care if they live or die. Like,
yeah. Like there was times where like I realized like
that's truer than I wanted it to be.
It is like Snoop Dogg. I feel like Snoop Dogg was up there with like a certain. I feel like Snoop Dogg was up there with a certain etiquette. Like when he would talk, he would hold the mic to his mouth. He would like
Snoop Dogg is seasoned. Snoop Dogg, yes, Snoop Dogg is refined, definitely.
DMX will talk. This is the mic. DMX will talk. He'd be like, and I'm like, what's he saying?
What's that dude he was sitting on his lap. It was. DMX doesn't care.
Doesn't care. Swiss Beats asked DMX to introduce something. He said, no, this is your show. This is not my show. He said,
they don't know I'm here. Nigga, who you think they think we've been talking to?
Killed the illusion. He did.
Killed the illusion.
Though. Like, I said Snoop was smooth though, but
Snoop was dressed like how I dressed when I was like 7 when I was going to bed.
And
he was. Do you remember when DMX said, I'm not going to take my shirt off because we would look like the number 10?
The number 10?
I've heard that joke a million times.
Keith is underwhelmed by it. I thought it was hilarious.
Lavelle Crawford said that years ago.
I thought it was funny because, DMX been eating some sandwiches.
But I'll be honest, that exactly. And that's the thing that made me so happy. Because I wasn't watching it. I was listening to it. And I've seen videos of DMX prior to like leading up to this battle. So I knew that he was on the heftier side. But I wanted to know like mentally where he was, how quick he would be, like where he would be mentally, what are certain things going to trigger him, whatever it's going to be. And yes, certain things did trigger him because he spoke about being sexually abused at 13 years old.
Yeah, he did.
Off of the Slipping and Falling song.
That pain.
Yeah. So he was triggered, and we all get triggered, but I just wanted to see where he was mentally. And so to see him at that weight and to see him being quick at certain points and being on par with and going toe to toe with with Snoop Dogg, that was really good to see as a DMX fan.
I was laughing because whenever you get a chance, do the opposite of what you did. So at first you were listening to it without like seeing it. At one point my TV was muted and I just saw like DMX dance and I was like, whoa. With no music, funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
Who did y'all have winning?
I had Snoop. I had Snoop.
But it's subjective though. It's objective. It is not about their talent. It is who more widely accepted. DMX has a hell of a lot of fans. I'm not saying he does not. He does. But I think that he has a core group of fans. And Snoop has crossed over into being like universally just like and widely accepted more than DMX has. Not just because of his own personal controversy, but because Snoop has given us, songs that can be on pop charts, and he's given us songs for women and all these other things that people can better relate to. And so,
with that said, go ahead.
I was going to say, I had, and I agree with everything she just said, like everything.
Yeah.
And also I agree. I had Snoop because like my friend, Chris, he was like, yo, DMX killed Snoop, DMX won, blah, blah, blah. So I watched it thinking like in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this and DMX is going to body Snoop. But then I started taking in different things. Like she said, his content, the stuff that was easier like to swallow. But then also I noticed things like Snoop was actually performing, like not on the actual track, but actually performing on like a ready track for performances while DMX was actually
rapping. Come on, so it
was like little like Snoop's performances, Snoop's energy. But I do like how they both were like hyping each other up. All that kind of stuff. But like it was, I think it's subjective because Snoop had more stuff that I could feel like
you like more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we only got a few minutes left, so we got to do this real fast. I definitely want to do this before I let you guys go. So I want to run down the track list and see what y'all give it. So real quick answers, right? Dr. Dre's Deep Cover featuring Snoop Dogg versus DMX's Intro.
DMX.
You get at the DMX?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So score one for DMX. Oh, you giving that to DMX too?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Snoop Dogg's Who Am I? What's My Name versus DMX's What's My Name? My inflection on that was jacked up, but they're both What's My Name?
What's My Name?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Snoop on that one for me.
Yeah, that was a big song for Snoop.
What's My Name was a big song for DMX.
It was a big song for DMX.
It was.
But you're asking us subjectively though. What would I play in my car versus the two of those?
Like when it came on the TV, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like I did the stank face when Snoop started performing that song. So yeah,
you ain't do the stank face for dun 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 dun. Down, 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 down.
I did, but
bam, bam, bam.
I was vibing, man. So I say Snoop on that one. What you say?
Snoop's more my vibe.
DMX is more my vibe, but I know that Snoop's the bigger artist. So I don't judge these biasly. I'm like, okay, this was definitely a bigger song, and I'm not doing no tie thing. We're not doing no ties. Vibe is on here doing ties. We're not doing ties.
Okay.
We gotta be fair. Like that's fair because round 3, Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice versus DMX's Get At Me Dog. We already know. Like,
I say sipping on gin and juice.
I mean, yeah, we already know.
Yeah.
Get At Me Dog.
Vibe said it was a tie. It's not a tie, Vibe. Dr. Dre's Dre Day featuring Snoop Dogg versus Rough Riders, Some XS featuring DMX.
I actually would choose Rough Riders in that case.
You have to. Dre Day. See, you say yes?
Yeah, I say Rough Riders. Yeah.
Tupac's Two of America's Most Wanted featuring Snoop Dogg versus DMX's Stop Being Greedy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? No.
What you gonna say?
Oh my God.
You of course gonna say DMX.
It is Stop Being Greedy. Y'all been eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. Are you kidding me?
I'm a Pac fan.
Huh?
I'm a Pac fan.
I was gonna say, yeah, here
Ribs is dope. Touching, so don't make me wait.
That's a dope bar. That's a dope bar. It is.
Tupac
though.
Are you kidding me? Well, see, y'all, you from Kansas City. I get the Tupac influence. You from Atlanta, I understand. Stop Being Greedy went off up here.
We don't know that.
I'm letting y'all know. I know. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. At 7 years old, 7, 8 years old, I'm like, who is this man?
Oh, he changed your life.
He changed all of our lives up here. I was afraid. We was outside. We was outside putting little juice boxes in our bicycles so that we got a motorcycle sound because we was the Rough Riders.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
So we the Rough Riders now. Yep. Snoop Dogg's Down for My Niggas featuring C Murder and Mr. Magic versus Jay-Z's Money Cash Hoes.
I didn't. You said wait, what? So Snoop Dogg.
You heard me. You heard
me. So Money Cash Hoes versus
anything. It don't matter.
You said it don't matter because Money Cash Hoes takes it.
Sorry, disappointed.
What did you say, Alana?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. And you know it. You know, I'm not giving you that because you already know. You already know.
I'm thinking, what am I playing? What songs do I know? What songs
resonate? Don't do that. We're doing better songs.
I don't know how. That is choosing it as a better song if I play it over the other one in my car.
There is no song that Jay-Z is on that is not a better song than whatever Snoop is going to play.
Not better than C Murder.
No. And free C Murder, because apparently he didn't even do it.
Yeah, he didn't.
Snoop Dogg's Ain't No Fun. I mean, and I know that's super duper uber classic. Versus Aaliyah's Come Back in One Piece.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, I was going to say Aaliyah.
I would have ended this podcast like, all right, well, good night. Thank y'all.
And you talking about I'm not judging this biasly.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm being unbiased, I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, you can't even find this song on streaming platforms.
You can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Aaliyah's uncle, something has to happen to him.
Because I am very upset when I want to hear certain songs.
Me too. I look for her.
He's a savage.
Yeah.
Over him.
Snoop's Be Pleased featuring Exhibit, and I love Exhibits. And Nate Dogg versus DMX's X Gon' Give It To You.
I gotta go with X on that one.
I hate that song.
You do?
We gonna give it to you.
I listen to it, but I'm like,
I just think about
I was like, X is being a caricature of himself on this song.
Yeah. It's kind of like that time Nas did that one song for the radio.
What song would that be?
I don't know the name of that song. But it was like a super poppy kind of song, but he even said he did it for the label. I don't know that.
Oh, probably You Owe Me.
Probably something like that.
Probably You Owe Me. But we all love You Owe Me.
Mm-hmm.
So
but yeah, I'm giving that one an X.
All right, so we did Money Cash Hoes. Come Back in One Piece. We said Aaliyah. We said DM. So we saying X Gonna Give It To You.
That's what I say.
Lana, what you got?
I said X Gonna Give It To You. I started rapping it.
Snoop Dogg's G's and Hustlers versus DMX's Who We Be. Oh
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially at a time like this. I'm not picking any other song other than Who We Be. They still don't know who we be.
They still don't know.
We don't know who we be.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hello. I think that's why I didn't get picked for that contest. I sent a song like that.
All right, guys, we are back with the latter part of this list, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna say So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Oh man. All right. So where are we? All right, come back in one piece. We said that. DMX gonna give it to you. Who we be? We said okay. Snoop Dogg's The Shiznit versus DMX's Let's Get It On. Let's get it on.
I say let's get it on.
That's what I'm about.
Get it on the floor. Is that song?
Mm-hmm. I don't even remember what The Shiznit is.
Let's get it on.
Me either. I think Snoop. I honestly feel, my unpopular opinion, but probably people would agree. Snoop held back a lot in this battle. There was a lot he could have played that he didn't.
Over PIMP.
He needed to play that. I think Snoop played all the songs he needed to play, but he didn't play all the songs that he could have played.
True.
Like there were some songs like The Shiznit, like you could have replaced that with S and double OPPO double just see. That's my jam.
That fool spell his name in every song.
He do.
He always
FABOLOUS.
Love spelling their name.
DMX is. Were you just attempting this?
No, so I'm just saying, like, that'll be like whack. I'll be like T. They just stop. Like,
well, it's all about finding a great cadence to say it in.
I don't think I'll ever find a T.
Look at me trying to figure one out for you.
I got booed off stage back when I first started. I'm just imagining out. Shut up. Like, get off.
You the man out here in these streets now, man. Don't even worry about it. DMX is effing with D versus Snoop Dogg's Lay Low. I'm going with Lay Low.
I can't hear effing with D in my head right now.
You don't have to. It's okay.
That's why I'm sitting here. That's why I looked up, because I was like, what is that one?
I guess by default it's Lay Low then.
Yeah.
It's a good DMX song. It's a DMX staple, but it don't beat Lay Low.
Okay.
He better lay low.
R.I.P.
Really hope so. There's so many lyrics that these guys have that I cannot say on this podcast. It's crazy.
You don't really realize
I could barely say the titles.
Yeah.
Like this one, DMX, What These Bees Want, featuring Cisco versus Snoop Dogg's Beautiful. Okay, we gonna fight. We gonna fight on this one.
Okay, as in better song, because I actually feel like this right here is a contest of actually those are two really good songs. I think
Beautiful is one of Snoop Dogg's best songs, and Beautiful is what I'm choosing.
I choose Beautiful, but that verse about with all them girl names is like a thing that a lot of people know DMX for. But I choose Beautiful personally.
That's one of my favorite songs. I'm not over it.
Yeah, but also that DMX song that we were just talking about is one of the main songs where I was just like, I just realized I never heard the explicit version of this ever.
Yeah, I have.
What they heard from her. I was like, he says words right there.
Do you like Beautiful? Do you like Beautiful because of Pharrell or because of what Snoop Dogg did on the verse?
I like Beautiful.
Yeah, like
no. Do you like what Snoop Dogg did on that song? You don't like it because of Snoop Dogg. You like it because of Pharrell. Y'all better come on.
That song was. Remember the video? That song was iconic when it came out.
Do y'all remember Do y'all remember what they want?
Yeah, I remember the video.
I can't say the title. Do y'all remember what?
Bark right there when you get to that part. You gotta. I ain't gonna bark.
Y'all don't remember that?
I remember the video.
Pharrell made the song.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did.
I still prefer that song,
but I still like Snoop's verses.
I do too.
Rap one of the verses.
I don't know the first word.
Thank you.
But I know a lot of it, though.
I know you go.
I know it like verbatim. She got my picture on the wall in the room, man. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know the verse.
I don't know that song verbatim. I don't want to say I do, but I do know a lot of the words to Beautiful.
That's the edited version, T. What they really want.
Oh yeah, I told you that was the one that I know.
Really want from a brother.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that I only know that I'm grown now, and I could easily be like,
from a brother.
What they really want from
and
a
I still only know the clean version.
What they really want from a brother. That's funny. That's funny.
Somebody let me know. The most ignorant. I think I gotta give it to what they really want, because it's the most, out of all the ignorant lyrics that these guys have, Cisco has the most ignorant verse and the most ignorant line in that song of all time.
What's that? What's the most ignorant line?
Her she calling me names, said I was trife. One thing you gotta know, I'ma be a nigga for life. Yeah. The double down with the yeah. Like the yeah was the staple. The yeah.
It was the staple.
Like,
and they had to sweat when they did. They always sweat when they did.
Said I was strife and I'm gonna be a nigga for life.
Mm-hmm. Heard you calling me names. You said I was strife. I hear all that. I ain't here to rebuttal none of what you saying. Mm-hmm. You gotta know this. Ain't none of what you saying out here in these streets gonna change me. I'm gonna do
what I'm gonna do. You gonna be around for it or you not. That's what you.
Basically, that was just his okay.
I'm gonna keep moving.
I'm gonna keep moving.
I'm gonna keep moving. You hop on or you hop off.
I heard you was calling me names and said I was
Well, guess what? Just so you know.
Just so you know, you right about everything you said.
You're right.
I'm going to be this way forever.
For life. Now figure out what you're going to do.
Man, I can't believe y'all giving that to Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Y'all kidding me.
It's a great song.
You're right about the verses, though. I don't know.
I don't know them verbatim, but I know them enough to sing along.
How's it going down?
I love that song. Growing up, that song used to like...
You said one song.
That's the only song I need to name.
That I love. So growing up, remember how you said you used to like have songs to wake up to? That was like my song. Like I remember like waking up to that song on the radio and then just always like humming it throughout the day. That was a dope song.
Well, I guess you're voting for that because Keith won't say the other one.
Oh yeah, I guess so because I don't know what was it. What did he compete with?
Pump.
Nothing.
I guess it was that one.
Yeah,
he's not gonna say it.
Snoop Dogg's Pump. What's that?
All I know, the only pump I know is Joe Budden.
Right.
Pump it up.
Yep.
So what's crazy is after I did it, I looked at Keith's like screen because I was like, oh man, Keith winning. like
what I'm gonna say.
I was like, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Budden is my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah, so like I looked at the Keith
put me on his albums, and I think now I have a better understanding of why he would say that.
Yeah,
he can't.
Oh,
when he just had a blanket statement in public, everybody's gonna look at him like he's crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean people that are unaware.
Oh, right. I know.
But it's 90% of people that are unaware.
Yeah, like, I don't. Which is why I don't talk to people about rap that don't know about rap. I don't talk to people about R&B that don't know about R&B.
Right. Yeah. I know playing is nice with the pen.
Yeah,
I know.
Lyricists know, real fans of hip hop, and your favorite. He's one of your favorite rappers.
Favorite rappers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sent her like a playlist of like just very lyrical Joe Budden songs. Like
I get it now.
Yeah.
He's nice.
He's nice. I've learned he lacks some elements that I desire in other artists, but he's very strong in the area that I need the most, lyrics.
That makes sense.
And
I realize lyrics matter the most to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was you saying, T?
Oh, I was just gonna say, as you know, you realize like sometimes like he's very nice with the pen, he's very nice with his delivery, and then like that's why he's very like rapper's favorite rapper. But then you realize like in like actual music sense, you got to have like a ability to develop songs. And some people like can you create a song that be like super lyrical but also radio friendly, and that's like that.
Yeah, he doesn't play that game. That's the thing. Like he couldn't care less about the radio. So he'll create a 9-minute long song, and I'll just be sitting there enjoying all 9 minutes of the song.
Me too.
Right.
Right.
You, as in, you will write a 9-minute song.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I would. I have.
I know you have.
Yeah.
I know you have. Round 14, DMX's "It's All Good" versus Dr. Dre's Bees Ain't As, featuring the Dog Pound, Jewel, and Snoop Dogg.
I sing that song all the time, so I have to pick Snoop's song.
You don't have to, because
I do, because like to this day I still sing that song.
What was the DMX song again?
It doesn't matter. We don't know it.
Oh yeah, I don't. I was trying to see if I did.
You're not gonna know it if I repeat it.
Right. We know this one. DMX's "Slippin'" versus Snoop Dogg's "Murder Was the Case."
I can't get up.
This was hard for me because I remember like Snoop performing "Murder Was the Case," and that performance being like, isn't that the one when he came in like the casket?
Yeah,
that performance was dope.
It's hard for me because I like both of the songs equally.
Yeah, like "Slippin'" is a good song. Like I remember "Slippin'" was that song. Like I remember riding with like my sister's like boyfriend or something. He would play that song.
So we can't have a tie?
No, he said no ties. I'm gonna go with, this is hard. I'm gonna go with Snoop.
Slipping, falling, I can't get up. I'll go with "Slipping."
I'm not going with "Murder Is the Case" because he said that's a real story. And so,
it is a real story.
And he keeps telling people that it's a real story, and everyone just glosses over the fact that he signed a contract with the devil.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was like, this is the realest song I ever wrote.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Snoop, DMX was like, this was the realest song I ever wrote. And he was like, I'm gonna play the realest song I ever wrote. I made a contract with the devil. But
those were two good songs to go against each other. They did good.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that these dudes sat down together and said, you gonna play this and I'm gonna play that.
They had to, because
a lot of only had one DJ.
They'll do it on camera and act surprised.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh man, okay, you gonna play that? Okay.
Oh, you gonna do me like that? Yes,
you gonna do me like that?
Yes, because that's what we discussed.
You don't remember behind the camera?
That's me.
I feel like that was DMX. That's why he kept having the mic by his side.
Snoop get back like everything. DMX was chilling. He's like, okay.
You don't remember? You wrote it down on a piece of paper?
Oh, okay.
Let's take a break because I gotta go and look at this list while I'm supposed to play next.
All right, let me see what I want to think. Okay. I guess what we said we could play.
They had to.
Man, DMX's niggas started something featuring the Lox and Mace versus Snoop Dogg's Doggy Dog World, featuring Nancy Fletcher, the Dramatics, and the Dog Pound. Wow, he had the Dramatics.
He had the
Dramatics on.
Over.
Snoop.
It's over. The Dramatics.
Yeah.
What do the Dramatics sing? I know. I just looked them up last night.
I don't know, and I love those groups. All them old Motown age groups.
The Dramatics, the Delphonics.
I love the Delphonics.
Oh, people love the Dells and don't even know that it's the Dells that they love.
They don't.
Which is why I don't talk to people about music.
You need that a shirt, bro. That's your
thing. Go back as far as they do.
Say what?
They don't know Isleys go back as far as they do.
Listen,
they started Isleys in the early 2000s when Ron was doing stuff with R. Kelly. I'm like, You know how old the Isley Brothers are? They same as the OJs. The OJs.
I keep saying this. They need to do a versus between the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Ooh, that'll be fire.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna really ask.
That would make my life.
Of course, we would have to have their great grandchildren in the room so that they could, press record and do.
I bet you Ryan know what to do.
Why?
Because Ryan got them young tenderonis. I know exactly what to do.
Go over there and press record. La da 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 da.
La da 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 da.
Y'all sound just like him.
Now go on, man. Go on.
Something go wrong.
Bully me.
Something go wrong. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Okay. LL Cool J's 4321 featuring DMX, Cannabis, Redman, and Method Man versus Snoop Dogg's I Love It.
That was a lot.
DMX.
It wasn't. You know what to pick. I see where your allegiance lies, bro. I see what you want, T. You ain't trying to give DMX nothing.
Who, me? No, yes. He picked him once. I've been giving DMX mad stuff.
He picked him once. Yes.
He don't like him like that.
I didn't round 18 and you picked him once.
I haven't even said what I like on that song. I just nodded.
You said this one. You said that was a lot. It's not a lot. You know what to give it
to. The whole title was a lot. That's what I was talking about. But yeah, we'll give it to DMX. But no, I feel like I picked him more. I picked him more than
I mean, whatever. Yeah, I ain't really got no dog in the fight. Yeah, go ahead and give it to him.
Jeez, I'm just here, man.
Yeah, Snoop already up 16-2 in my book anyway.
We'll let you score one free throw.
No, y'all clear the court. Just let him shoot.
Right, just let him shoot real quick. ISO.
Nah, man, I like DMX for real. Like, I feel like I picked him more than once.
No, you didn't.
Oh, dang.
Well, we recording this. We'll see.
Yeah.
Upon further review next week. Round 18. The Locks is Money, Power, Respect featuring DMX and Lil' Kim.
It's a big song. What was Snoop's for that one?
You gonna smack your teeth.
PIMP?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's definitely Money, Power, Respect.
It is Money, Power, Respect. But I don't know. I'll say this. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not being biased. As a kid, I enjoyed Snoop Dogg's PIMP more than I did Money, Power, Respect. As an adult, I enjoyed Money, Power, Respect more than I enjoyed PIMP. I remember I got in trouble listening to that version. Like my dad.
We are answering this question as adults.
Money, Power, Respect. But I don't know. The nostalgia. S and double O P. What was he? How do you do it? S and double O P.
FIFTYCENT and S
and double O P.
That was fire. That was a great song. I remember
that was a good spelling.
I was in middle school. That was such a good way to spell that. You stopped the session. Wow, that was such a great way to spell that. Who came up with that?
Because they spelled it. You said he spelled everything. That time.
He always spelled his name, but to make it work with 50.
Oh, yeah.
It was dope. Now, 50 don't spell his name, so that took a little more creativity.
Yeah.
Luke always know how to fit his name in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna get my name.
And it is nostalgic. I remember that song coming out when I was in middle school. I remember that, but I think that Money, Power, Respect is a better song.
Mm-hmm. See,
I'm trying to be objective.
He not even saying the year right. He not even saying the year loud enough. He just
who me?
No, yeah.
This time I'll give it
I think it'd be cool if we do. If you want me to choose something, I guess I could go with the
DMX.
While we're here.
Yeah.
Money, Power, Respect are pretty important.
It is.
Yeah.
But you eating like money, power, respect. But you need in life.
Money. That's a good song though. No, seriously, growing up, I feel like what you said about the nostalgia growing up.
Yeah.
Both songs are nostalgic for me.
Mm-hmm.
Money, power, respect's not nostalgic for me. I don't have any memories to connect it to, or it doesn't resonate.
I do. It used to come on. It used to come on BT all the time, and I used to turn the channel. Like, I'm tired of hearing this song.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it the money. Like all seriousness, I give it the money, power, respect. That's a hard one, but
thank you. Give respect to money, power, respect.
Yeah,
thank you.
I was just missing.
DMX's Rough Riders anthem versus Dr. Dre's Nothing But a G Thing. Fight me.
But ain't nothing but a G. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong song.
No, that is that song.
Oh, then that.
I'm going with Nothing But a G Thing.
No.
I am. And Rough Riders anthem matters. That song matters. That song deeply matters. It matters, Keith, but Nothing But a G Thing deeply matters.
Yeah.
He can't even get himself together.
I know.
I said a resemblance of a song that he knew from Snoop, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that one." There. Listen, man, Rough Riders anthem is iconic, y'all.
It is. Wasn't that the one in the video they was like all riding down the street and wheelies?
Yes.
Or was that? I was going to say a messed up joke.
It was a terrible video. It was a terrible beat.
I was going to say, or was that Meek Mill video? But then I
no, is that he was the originator of that? Just riding in the hood. Well, he's not the originator. Cats from Philly is, but I think that's what set it off.
Yeah.
But man, no, I'm going. Rough Riders anthem. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Come on now. Oh no.
Wow.
That's how let's go.
First we go. There we go.
I don't know the words.
Those aren't the words.
The inflections.
Basically, he was basically telling you what to do if you caught on fire.
Well, you know what's interesting? Mm-hmm. I've never really known any of the words to any of DMX's songs. So, except Slippin'.
You know Party Up. You know Party Up. Come on.
Maybe I do. Maybe if you played it, I might surprise myself. But
you know Party
sitting
Up.
Right here, right now, I kind of just make noise. I make noise to emulate him.
They're two very different artists.
They are.
They are different. I noticed that in the battle. I said one is very cool, calm, and collected, and like he's got a great cadence. Like early '90s Snoop had a great rap cadence that could it was very new and innovative, and it could it rock you to sleep. It's really nice.
Yeah, he's very smooth.
Yeah, and DMX is just like rah rah rah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
All right, y'all said Nothing But a G Thing. Oh my God. Over Rough Riders anthem. What does Vibe say? They tied it.
I knew they were going to tie that.
Mm-hmm. All right, round 20. DMX's Party Up versus Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot.
You talking about nostalgia?
Both songs are super nostalgic for me. I made a remix for my band director. He was a terrible person, and I just remixed that song for him.
Which song? Party Up?
Nah, Drop It Like It's Hot.
Oh,
because I was on the bass drum. I played the bass drum, and in the video they had the bass drums.
Oh yeah.
So I remixed it to make fun of him.
That's on the same album as Beautiful, ain't it?
It's the same what?
I say
same album.
I believe so.
Because I feel like both of those came out it was like a resurgence. Like Snoop never really went anywhere, but it's like a resurgence for him.
It was. Him and Pharrell got together on both of them songs.
It introduced him to a new generation.
It did.
For sure.
I'm going party. I'm going Party Up. I'm going to party up, drop it like it's hot. Although it aged well, it does not age as well as Party Up has aged.
Okay.
And you don't hear it as frequently as you hear Party Up. You don't get the same reaction from Drop It Like It's Hot. You don't get the same reaction that you do from Party Up. Mm-hmm.
Drop down and get your eagle on, girl.
I hate that song. It's a terrible song.
That is an awful song.
Come on. You didn't like the Sweatsuit double album?
No, I don't know. No, I didn't.
I remember that.
I'm a Midwest kid.
Are you a Midwest kid?
Kansas City's in the Midwest.
Is Kansas City still considered Midwest? Still.
What else would they consider?
I was going to say still. What is
it supposed to evolve into? What you want to call it? The South?
It's the change.
Y'all so close. Like
some people do relate it to the South.
Who y'all? No, I think y'all West Coast. I think y'all West Coast.
It's influenced heavily by the West Coast.
Very much so.
The accent and the music taste and even the dancing, the culture is very West Coast, but
Tech Nine T is T. Tech Nine is from Kansas City.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Exactly, because you think he's from California.
Yeah.
Yeah, the culture in KC is very West Coast.
They sound just like Cali people.
They do. They do.
I'm gonna give. I didn't even vote. I'm gonna give it to. I'll give it to Party Up, just because you said.
Because I got winning 17-3.
No, I agree with the point you made that Party Up has aged better.
Yeah. No, all jokes aside, I give it to Party Up.
Drop It Like It's Hot is gonna be played at early 2000s parties.
Yep.
To celebrate what we remember, but it ain't gonna be played at the club.
No.
Yep.
Club right now.
So Party Up. Mm-hmm. That one song though is not gonna be played nowhere. That one. What was this one with the verse?
Which one? Rough Riders.
Oh. Last I heard, y'all brothers was having sex with the same sex. I show no love to homo thug.
I was like, whoa.
He was going. How you going to explain?
He called himself calling them out.
Like he sounded like that granddad.
Listen to Vibe. They got it 7-7, tied 6 times. Vibe, if you don't get out of here.
Yeah, they're too nice.
Yeah, I don't think they. Well, I think they did Where the Hood at. Like the very last track. He should not have done that as his last track. All right. I don't think we have any more. Let me see. Let me just close this out. I think we're done.
I got a versus question.
Go ahead.
This is what they talking about doing. I want to know what y'all think. Ashanti versus Keisha Cole.
Oh, great. Keisha Cole does not have 20 songs.
Does she not? I'm being very serious.
Keisha Cole does not have 20 hit songs that she can play that we're going to care about.
I was about to say women are going to care about it, but the vast majority. Mm-hmm. And I do think Ashanti was probably more liked by men and women than
that's true.
Keisha Cole was. Keisha Cole was kind of branded for just women.
I love Keisha Cole.
I love Keisha Cole too.
Neither one of them can sing that well.
Nope. Ashanti sings better though. I heard her sing a cappella one time when she was on Broadway, and it was what gave me the thought, oh, she can hold some note.
So wait, you heard her sing a cappella? Wait, so you
yeah, and up until that point, I just completely just said flat out she's not a good singer. I don't say that anymore about Ashanti. I say she's not a good singer, but
she can hold a note.
Hear her one time sound
like, oh, okay.
No, right. I was going to say Ashanti has grown as a respectable singer. She's not a vocalist. She ain't about to wow you, but she can come off very clean now at 40. What were you going to say, T?
At 40.
I can't remember. I got sidetracked, but I can't even remember.
You're right.
It probably was I don't know. Yeah, Ashanti Yeah, I don't know.
As far as hits, Ashanti does win.
Yeah.
How many does Keisha have?
Your preference is just your preference, huh?
How many does Keisha have?
I was looking at like what they list top songs on Apple, and I think she had like 10 that I think everybody would kind of know. Mm-hmm. But I think once it's past that, I knew them, but I could imagine a lot of men not knowing them.
Don't even worry about it. We'll know them even if we not like in tune like that. We know songs that we've heard over and over and over again that our girl might be playing, or like if you a respectable dude of any kind, you around women. So you know what women listen to. So, but here's my thing. Ashanti can get into her bag and then get into her writing bag.
Now, and that's where you win. That's it. That's true, because people don't even know Ashanti got pens. They don't know that.
I'm going to play the songs I wrote for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
People don't know that. Didn't she write a... Hold on. Let me check this, because I don't want to speak this out of turn.
I'm going to play the songs I wrote for Jennifer Lopez. I'm going to play the songs that you don't even know that I'm on. Then I'm going to play the Lorenz Tate song. I'm going to play the Terrence Howard song. I don't know who was who in that. It was some song that... I think that's Lorenz Tate. That's Lorenz Tate.
Her song?
Terrence Howard song.
Rain on Me?
Rain on Me. That was Lorenz Tate in that video, right?
That song is fire.
Mm-hmm. Keisha, what's her name?
She did write Rain on Me. She wrote Rock With You. She wrote Happy. Mm-hmm. She wrote Foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Down For You. Baby. Baby is it.
Foolish was Terrence Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
She wrote Body on Me, the Nelly song.
Yep.
Yeah. Rock With You.
Yep.
Baby is one of the songs that had her having...
She wrote Ain't It Funny?
Ain't It Funny? Yep, she did.
She wrote, What's My Mother Love Name? Are You Ellie?
Oh, yeah. She did.
It is. I mean, all of her votes on that song. All the songs she got with Ja.
Yeah.
It ain't even gotta be just her by herself.
Girl, it's just there, those eyes.
Look at me, baby.
I think Keisha needs to rethink this.
And she's the one coming with all the smoke.
Keisha
She's the one that's talking about it the most.
Yeah, she just trying to get her streams back up.
Yeah. What did they say about...
People forget this. Remember when Nelly asked everybody to go stream his music because he was broke?
Oh,
I don't remember that. Remember?
He said that?
No, he didn't ask. Someone asked for Nelly, and everybody went and did it.
I didn't get that memo. I didn't go do it.
This was like only 2 years ago.
Oh, so no, I didn't do it. I'm sorry, Nelly.
Nah, I ain't do it.
I didn't know. I would have had a song on repeat for him. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna bump this up.
Let it play.
Just let it play. Turn your phone down.
I'm playing Sweatsuit.
I would have.
You know, Keith hating on it. I'm playing Sweatsuit.
Nelly would have looked at his numbers and like, they playing Sweatsuit. I know they ain't listening to that.
No, that has
I
the
know
song.
they just trying to help me out.
My Place.
My Place.
I genuinely like that song.
I like that song too. I like the extended version of that song.
Go with me. Come and go with me, ooh, girl. You don't like that song?
There's like an extended version of that song that's not on the radio, and I like the breakdown at the end where like just the sample is playing, but I'm big on samples.
My place.
I
like My Place. I don't know what Keith's talking about. He sleep on that. And I like the original song, but I like that song.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna end this podcast now. I thank y'all for being here so much. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. Hopefully we could do this again soon.
I'm down.
I'm really trying to get you and Alana like on the show like as regulars. Like, man, that would be so amazing. I think this podcast would just like blow up.
I'm down.
I mean? Like explode. Like, geez, we got all these dope people on one podcast. Are you kidding me? No, man. Thank you for having yourself on your show. I appreciate y'all, man.
Nice to meet you, Alana.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
So as always, well, not always, I always forget to do this, which is why I wrote it down today. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, whether you're on Google podcast, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on Apple Podcasts or whatever, Stitch or whatever it is. YouTube, we're on there now. If you want to see our lovely faces. Also, before we go, I want to start doing a little segment called While You Wait. So while you wait for us to come back next week with another episode, I want to introduce other podcasts that you can listen to. I remember when I first started doing podcasting, people didn't know what podcasts were, and they got into podcasts because it was like, yo, I heard your podcast, and now I've started listening to other podcasts, which is fine by me. I'm not in competition with anyone, but I want to give you guys opportunity to listen to some dope podcasts while you have us in the tuck waiting to drop another episode. So this one is called this podcast I heard the other day. If you are a fan of The Office, you're gonna love this podcast. It's called An Oral History of The Office. It's it's by the guy who I don't know his name is Brian Redenbacher. That's not his last name. I'm jacking it up. But it's the guy who plays Kevin on the show. He hosts
a podcast.
He hosts a show called.
I had on the White Troop shirt today.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, my friend has a Dwight Schrute gym shirt. It's hilarious.
I love it.
Like gym, like remember when Dwight had the gym in the office? So yeah, an oral history of The Office. So if you like film, if you're into film, if you're into television, or if you just into The Office, you are definitely gonna love this show. They've got all the actors on there that play. It's not just him doing it. They come in and they interview about the show, and it's very interesting about how the show almost got canceled like 1 million times. Like season 1 and season 2. That's why season 1 has 6 episodes. That's why like they almost didn't order more episodes for season 2 and all of that. It's just great. So yeah, so while you wait, go ahead and listen to An Oral History of The Office. I want to thank you all for listening. And thank you guys again for coming on. I'm super excited about this episode and can't wait to listen to it. I'm going to sign off from here, and I'm going to sign off from you guys as well. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. Peace. See y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.